Yeah, see, that's what I sort of feel myself rambling. I go, reel it back in, reel it in.
So, hi guys, here at Bushcraft Show 2022. We're here with Paul from Primitive Bushcraft. He's going to talk about himself and some of the items here. Paul, there we go.
So, as Joe was saying, my name's Paul. I teach primitive living skills sort of all over the UK. I've been teaching for probably about 9 years now, and I grew up in the Outer Hebrides in Scotland, and so sort of nature and living as part of nature was very much part of my life. And I slowly got into learning and teaching primitive skills as a result of walking outside, setting down a piece of my equipment, usually a nice knife or a water bottle. I would then find a nice shiny rock, walk off, leave my water bottle somewhere completely inconvenient, or my knife. And so as I was walking around in this sort of trance looking for this thing that I put down and lost, I started to kind of take an interest in how I could replace these things from nature. And so that's kind of how I got into the primitive skills route, and then slowly what's happened is I've started to kind of whittle down my kit and swap it for things I can make. So for instance, instead of carrying a water bottle, or if I were to lose my water bottle, I've taught myself how to manipulate clay in such a way that I can make vessels for storing water in or cooking. Also very important, just as a means of storing resources. So for instance, if I'm out collecting mushrooms, it gives me a place to keep these things. And something as simple as that, I think we often overlook when it comes to our bushcraft adventures, if you like, because we take it for granted. But it would have been incredibly important skills to early man. And of course, if you had a resource that was as rare as, say, a certain kind of mushroom or a particular type of flint, and you're going to want to store that somewhere safe. So even something as simple as storage in big vessels like this here would be really important. And that's just one sort of corner of primitive teaching that I enjoy. It's one of many, but I think it's often overlooked. I also dabble in sort of flint knapping and friction fire, that sort of thing as well. But it's the little things like this that I find tend to make life much easier outdoors. And so, if you're interested in sort of the nuances to primitive living or living off-grid, I would certainly say taking an interest in something like ceramics or pottery would be well worth your time. So
and also, where can they find you if they want to look up more stuff?
So you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and my name is Paul Smith, Primitive Bushcraft. It's about as fancy as I could get with it. And you can find me on there, and I'll have sort of videos and talks about what it is I'm doing and sort of different techniques and methods for performing different primitive tasks. So you can find me at all those different sites.
Cool. All right, thanks for the chat.
Pleasure.
Yeah. See you later.